So I've emptied the van of all the wood panels, all of the black trims and stuff. So we now have literally a bare shell to start with. I have been pondering where to start with this because I've got a lot of the bits I need. Windows and carpet lining and water heater, solar panels and whatnot. I'm going to start with windows and insulation, not necessarily in that order. I thought a nice easy one to start with today. This is the inner door card. Obviously I still need to leave access for the lights, replacing bulbs. So what I'm going to do is the bottom of this door will be lined with rock wool. I'm then going to put one of the plastic panels back on, and then later on when I start carpet lining all of the wood panels, we will screw the wood panel that was originally on this door back on, but covered in carpet liner. So good insulation. It will look nice and neat because it will match the rest of the panels, but still gives access if anyone needs to get to this wiring or to the light. Although I think the lights can probably be changed from outside. Yeah, they've got a cover, but if anyone ever needs to access this wiring, I'll do the same with this side because this is the side that has the lock and the door handle. So if I pull the handle, well, you can't see it moving, but that's all the lock mechanism. Same reason, I'll do the same with that side. So we've got the two bottom halves of the doors now insulated. They're all full of rock wool. So now all three windows I've got. So I've got one for the sliding door, one for this rear panel, and one for this rear panel. And they're all the same size, same shape. And they're also exactly the same style that I've put in my Renault Master. First thing I need to do is make a wooden frame to go around the outside of the window frame. And then if I come in here, it's a bit dark, hopefully the camera will adjust. So I'm going to make the wooden frame. I'm then going to use that as a template. So I'll tape it up to the panel, mark it out with a permanent marker. I can then drill the corners, jigsaw out the center panel. I tend to go slightly smaller than, so I go inside the line that I've marked very slightly. It's easier to take more material off than add material back in. So I'm going to be a bit careful with that. So we use the wooden frame we've made and use that to basically as a spacer. So when we screw the inside panel of the window on, it presses against the wooden frame and pulls it tight to the window. It'll obviously also be bonded as well, so these windows will not want to come back off. Now that makes quite a big difference. Hopefully this isn't too dark for you guys to see. I'll open the door in a minute. But yes, windows are in. Yep, you've seen how they fit. I really like these windows actually. These are the same ones I've got in my own van, and they come with the blinds, so you get like a bug net and a proper blackout blind. And yeah, these are brilliant. So the next step in far as the windows go, once we've done all the insulation and everything, this will obviously all be boarded in. We then cut out a section, well, before we carpet it. So we have a piece of plywood goes over the panel with a hole that's already been cut in it. We'll also put like an extension, like a ledge all the way around that meets the plywood. And yeah, then obviously that's where this blind screws to, and then that will be the windows fitted. All the insulation will already be in. And actually, let's do it with this one. You can see we lift these up like so, and then they just push out. Obviously the van door's in the way, that one at the moment, but and then close them up like this. And then to lock them, it's just these little red tabs, little rockers. You just flick over and then they lock in place. So yeah, like I said, I really like these windows. I have got a pair to do in the back doors. The ones I bought are slightly too wide, so I'll either fit them to my van and get some smaller ones for this, or I do have some other windows for this. So I suppose the next step is to pack a load of insulation in there, get that panel on, and then probably next week now will be routing the wiring. I did it in my other van, which worked really well, which was to route the wiring behind before we spray insulate the van. Yeah, I suppose it's just easier to route. Batteries will be here underneath the bed, so you can bring the wiring up through all of this. It's all hidden, all up through here in trailer wiring, I think I was used before. So you've got 7 or 13 core up through there, up along the top here, and then down. So all of your electrics are there. You can then run all your electrics that way for the toilet. Obviously all hidden behind the kitchen. And anything you want to run from the front, you can run through there as well. And it's just a really neat way of doing it. So I think that's about it for this week, this video. I'll see you next week.